Okay, we are live online. We're here at FabCon and we're interviewing people. Hey, welcome to Crafts BI. Uh,
What's up, Chris?
hey, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, excellent.
Nice. Thank you.
Ollie, Josh, and Hugo, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Where are you guys from?
Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison?
Madison, Wisconsin. Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, all right, Midwestern
Yeah,
boys.
yeah.
All right, good deal. Good. So, is this your first FabCon?
Second.
Second?
Yeah.
First one
Okay.
for me.
Yeah.
First one for you. All
Yeah.
right. Now, last FabCon there was like 4,200 people here. This time there's 6,500 people here. It's a significant uptick in people.
Yeah.
How has it been? The
It's
attendance?
busier. It feels busier.
It
It
feels-
feels. Yeah. Even last year, I feel like it was pretty exciting,
Yeah,
and this year,
Yeah.
more than that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't get on time 2 sessions,
Oh
you
yeah.
might not
Actually,
get
yeah. Things
a
are like
seat.
Right.
standing room only and a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
No, I heard that they were stopping standing room only, and only if you got a button to seat.
That's that's what they tell you.
Yeah,
I
okay.
stood for a couple.
Oh, all right. Okay. All right. So, guys, you went to the keynote, yes?
Yeah.
What was the big feature you saw in the keynote that you really liked?
I'm really interested in all of the ways that Fabric is using AI and can integrate AI. So that's kind of a lot of.
I love it. How much stuff?
And I'll add the availability of Copilot down to some of the additional SKUs.
That's sort of
Sure.
huge.
You know,
Yeah.
we work with a lot of SMB customers that do a lot of Power BI,
Uh-huh.
and they're starting to get into Fabric a little bit, and
Sure.
they like the ideas of using Copilot and AI in data engineering. But F64 was kind of high, so that was
Right.
really pleasant. That was just a throw-in at the end.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, when they announced that Copilot was available in all SKUs, did you feel like they just oh yeah, we're doing that, and I thought there would be fireworks.
It was like a
and-
footnote. Yeah.
Yeah.
There should have been like a fire show.
Yeah. I'm hoping
That was kinda
Amir
huge.
is going to be back down here very soon, so that I can interview and ask him why were there not fireworks
Yeah.
on there?
Yeah.
'Cause-
Right. Why wasn't that on a banner with a plane?
Right,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
right. This is a
Yeah.
big celebration for the nation. Nay, the world
Yeah,
should
that's
be
right.
celebrated.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
No, that was super cool.
One Lake Security was another one that I had heard rumors. I had heard, maybe there's something kind of coming.
Yeah.
Really excited about that too. I think
Yeah.
that's going to be helpful. No more, well, I don't think, row level security in one spot, but then we have to go and do something in a lake house, and then there's something different for all the different platforms. I'm really intrigued by the idea of kind of a set security model one time, and then it follows the data around through the platform. Really cool.
Well, and how critical is that when we're talking about the age of AI, and the AI is going to start to peer through anything and everything that you have access to and give you results.
Well, yeah. Imagine having to set that security and however that particular system does security, right? And there's just a lot of ways you can kind of
Data security is essential
Yeah.
for making AI work properly. So I think this One Lake Security creates a way to facilitate to the
Yeah.
customers.
And the security professionals are a little more thankful.
Exactly.
I have to learn what to secure this in a data warehouse. And by the way, I have to learn what about Spark in order to, how do I get that
Yeah. a
information?
lot of different stuff.
And so now
Right.
looking at one like that in that one spot, that's going to help a lot.
So if we think about that, and I think that's great, that means we can establish security in One Lake. We can establish governance in One Lake.
Yeah.
We can establish data cataloging against One Lake.
Yeah.
And that means we have integration with Purview, and that means we have integration with edge-based security. So whatever device is connected, you can be assured that we've got end-to-end security.
That's right.
That's transformative. Do you know of any other platform that can possibly boast that?
It seems like a really good reason, besides all the other reasons, to bring your data into Fabric, right?
100%.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound corny, but one of the only places where you can do that is the M365 data model, like OneDrive,
Right.
where I can very easily just set permissions on a Word doc,
Yeah.
and then I don't have to think about it a ton. I get notified if somebody wants to share it outside of the organization, or it's just
Yeah.
shut down, that sort of thing. So it really is this, it really is like OneDrive for data. That made it kind of crystallize to me, especially in the demo when they showed, well, let me just go into the OneLake mapped on my Windows Explorer bar, and I'll just pop it open in there. And then they got the, deny it wouldn't open for them. So
Right. Because like, if you think about it, I mean, that they highlighted any and all means of accessing that data for a variety of different tools, from a variety of different endpoints, from a variety of different APIs. Define what security defined in one place, it blocked all of that, right? Or controlled that experience, which is just absolutely fantastic, right? You know,
no, that was huge. That was maybe one of the biggest things to think about.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
there's a lot of big stuff though.
Well, to piggyback on that, what that does is that implies that we need to have models that are directly querying our data that's in OneLake, so it's taking advantage of that. Another big announcement was the ability from Power BI Desktop to build out semantic models off of OneLake.
Yes.
How do you guys see that changing your development patterns as we move forward? Right.
Well, I'll just add that as a Mac user,
Yeah.
not a ton so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
But that certainly is. There's almost been two worlds so far. So a lot of our customers, they're the Power BI Desktop users that so far have been all. There's been some sort of a wall between them and then the people who are working out of Fabric, building the models and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think that's going to be absolutely huge. And by the way, extending it to our Excel users, because we know all roads end in Excel.
Right.
And so being able to consume, being able to add OneLake in Excel as well. So the desktop users were listened to, and I think they got a good show here. So
yeah, very excited about that. Now, we've been talking a lot about the keynote. Keynote's only 2.5 hours. There've been hundreds of hours of sessions. What are the big sessions that you guys have been able to attend? Hugo, we'll start with you.
Well, we attended to this session about Azure Cosmos DB integration, which was really incredible, eye-opening. We talked a lot about the semantic models, which it's another, for us, it's another, for me, it's eye-opening, personal. Yeah. I came from a background of essentially partner enablement, work a lot with partners, work a lot of what are those added values that you can add, how you can sell Fabric, what are your incentives, how you can make business with it, but as well, I mean, always learning more about what are those features and capabilities, how you can apply those into your customer use cases. It's always a good learning.
Oh, that's fantastic. How about yourself, Josh?
Boy, that's going to be a tough one. So I will say, I think my favorite session is I went to a session later in the day yesterday about Azure AI Foundry and Fabric integration.
Oh, yeah.
Because that wasn't entirely crystal in my mind.
Yeah, right.
What the kind of how it pieces together.
Sure.
And so they walked through using OneLake data as a data source for Azure AI Foundry when you're building a large language model, along with a number of really interesting AI tools like AI functions in Fabric notebooks.
Right.
Which, when I saw it in action, I don't know if when I saw the announcement and they talked about it, I don't know if the use cases, but they showed in the example of, hey, in their notebooks, let's add a new column where you're inferring the country from a street address,
right,
and then writing that out to our data model. And I was like,
I didn't see that.
Okay,
yeah.
This is
talk about how
That's
you
cool.
can enrich your data, like cleanse it, fill in things that are missing. Like that is just
sort of easily. Then it sounds like that doesn't sound too bad.
No, it's all an API. It's a simple call. It becomes real easy to integrate. That's fantastic. All right, Oliver. No one's going to mention this. My favorite session was happy hour yesterday, but what was your favorite
the happy
session?
hour too.
The happy hour was good.
I like new shiny stuff, and I don't know if this existed, so correct me. But I've never seen the Visual Studio Code plugin for Fabric, where you can connect to Fabric and kind of look at it like your file system. You can kind of move stuff around. I like new shiny stuff, so I'm excited to go kind of play with that, see what I can do with it.
I don't know if that was new announced here but it's out now definitively. So
right.
yeah,
I didn't know it was a thing, so I'm
Right.
happy to see that.
And I think that's a real good point because there's so much stuff that goes on in this space that like you're not gonna be able to keep up with everything, right? And I mean, I read 5 blogs a day. I turn on my auto alert, so like every time an RSS feed like pops in from the team, I get a notification. I read the heading.
Yeah.
But like it's a lot, right? I have to sleep sometime, right?
That's right. Well, can I ask you,
Yeah.
what was your favorite session so far?
So my favorite session, I've only been to one.
Happy hour.
Happy hour, yes, happy hour, yes, yeah. We already covered that. But I did attend one, which was introduction to PySpark and Microsoft Fabric.
Okay.
And I will admit, I've never been a Python developer because on 5 separate occasions, I had lead data scientists in an organization sit down with me for an hour to show me how easy Python was, and they failed to get it up and running on my laptop in that time. And I'm like, that's a scam. I thought for the longest time. I thought I was just my leg was being pulled. But with Copilot, I've been able to do stuff in Python.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand what I was doing because Copilot did it, and I just went okay,
Sure,
and it
you
worked.
kind of nod your head and click the button.
It was fantastic, and that's what the value prop of Copilot is, right?
Yeah.
But this introduction to PySpark made me realize, oh, this is how Python and Spark is supposed to work together, and how to create a notebook, and it like finally connected like several very basic dots for me, and I was very happy.
Sometimes that's what you need, that little foundation. And now when you go with play with Copilot, like you kind of see what you're doing.
Yeah,
and that's how
you're that's exactly right. Like those basic, like I don't know what to do next can be really challenging, and that's why we have this YouTube channel. That's why we participate in community groups, and that's why we attend conferences, right?
Definitely.
Just hearing other people's sort of use cases and perspectives, even like their opinion on a technology, can kind of help you figure out like, oh, that is actually cool. That is important, and I could use that.
Yeah, 100%, guys. Yeah. All right, we're trying to keep these short, so let's what is one piece of advice each of you? We'll start with you, Oliver. We'll end with you, Hugo, for the audience of what they should be trying next, or what they should be looking at inside Fabric from the announcement so far today, or the trainings.
For me, it's just going to be kind of to go to Visual Studio Code and play around with the tools that are there. Like I want to see how you can kind of leverage that stuff.
I love it.
Yeah. I will say continue our vibe coding journey by looking to feed our code from it within our notebooks into the large language models using AI functions to do things with our data in ways that I haven't thought about yet. Like I said, hey, can you add an extra column to my data frame and just do your best to do X, Y, or Z? And let's just kind of push the limits on how fast and how good of a gold layer we can get.
Yeah.
Maybe an experimental branch of the gold layer.
Yeah.
But let's continue to bring AI into it to somebody like myself who maybe we don't know Python so good.
Right.
But that doesn't have to be a limitation anymore. And we can
can
make calls to those data science libraries that people have been talking about for however long. And we can just see what's there and explore and expand the value.
Before we go on to Hugo, Josh, I think you're spot on. Now business analysts can start to easily leverage what used to be advanced analytics, data science stuff. You just start to use with that. So that's great call. I can't wait to see what comes out of like our citizen developers. All right, Hugo.
For me, simple as One Lake Security.
One Lake Security?
Yeah, keep checking that. It's one of the best tools I have seen so far right now. I'm a little focused on security, so that's why I'm excited for that. So, it would be essential for all the partners out there working on their data security assessments. I think it's a really good tool.
Oh, I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for taking time to be on the live stream. We really appreciate it. Yes, you bet.
Of course.
Thank you guys for tuning in and for being there. Hey, Donald, good to see you. Yeah, we waved, and now the AI's waking up. Look, it turned green. So who knows where it's going to
Yeah,
focus
no,
it
it's
on
gonna
now?
start
Yeah,
kinda
yeah,
spinning
it's
around.
going to get crazy here. But thank you guys so much for joining us today. Stay tuned. We got more live streams coming up, and maybe Amir, or maybe we'll see Arun. We'll see. You guys have the best day ever. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Baker Tilly Digital combines
Right.
strategic
Man, that's
industry
good.
insight and advanced technical expertise to uncover and solve your digital transformation challenges. If you're interested in learning more, check out our website at bakertilly.com/digital.